Yeah, I found a couch on the side of the road.
Is it green?
No,
Oh.
it's white leather.
Ooh,
I think it's called a lazy boy.
you got a lazy boy on the side of the road. That's
it has a
crazy.
desk.
Welcome to Thrifted Life, the joint where fashion meets sustainability and self-expression is always in style. I'm Nifemi, here to guide you through the stories behind the scenes and trends that define a generation. In each episode, we'll be joined by style icons, industry insiders, and thrifting pros to uncover how they're redefining fashion one thrifted piece at a time. Today, I'm here with Zam. Zam, thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Zam is a cognitive science student and co-president of Carlton's BSA club. Zam is also a multidisciplinary creative. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you please give us a breakdown of your outfit?
A
Because you
breakdown of
cannot come on
outfit.
this show and not give us a fit check.
Okay, fit check, casually. I'm gonna start from the bottom, yeah?
Okay.
I have my shoes on thrifted
Thrifted.
as well. I got them for, let's just say free right now. There was a sale, so that was great.
Sale.
Yeah, I got those. Then I found these at the same store.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. And they're also, what's it called?
Ooh, no, I have pants like that. I have pants like those. I
They
have
turn
pants like
into
those
shorts.
too.
Yeah, so it goes
I also
crazy.
thrifted mine.
Thrifted these, it's quite crazy what you find in the jewelry section.
Mm-hmm.
Got this reversible jersey, CL Futures. It was $3.
What team is that?
I don't know. Go Sports.
Go Sports.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. It was $3.
Bliss.
Yeah.
Bracelets, rings, jewelry.
Jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
It was friends and family.
Friends,
you know,
and family.
keep people close. Full fit cost around $20.
$20. You paint, right?
Yes.
You paint. You draw. You sew. You do like a lot of things.
I like to consider myself a creative.
Yeah. Okay. So, what role would you say thrifting plays in your personal life and creative process?
I would say it keeps me hopeful in the sense that you could find you give meaning to things, like you give new meaning and a new home to things, and you could also personalize them. So like it really just makes me feel that there's potential in everything, even if I'm not realizing it as I see it immediately. You could always pick up a sewing machine and turn something into like designer.
Right. You're a cognitive science student, right?
Yeah.
Would you say there's a psychological reason why some people love thrifting and others don't? Because it's such a polarizing world, thrifting. It's either you like it or you don't. And people are so strong about their opinions if they don't like it. Why?
Yeah. I feel like for many reasons, I have two theories. One, people don't like thrifting because they look down on it and they don't want to, they see it as pre-owned. I see it as previously loved. So like they have to own something that's only been entirely theirs, you know. Very
Right.
similar to how some men think about women and like purity culture and things like that.
Ooh.
Whereas another thing is some people are just lazy. And whereas some, like, you know how there were hunters and gatherers and things like that, people that actively had to look for things, and like it's the thrill of the chase, you know.
Right.
You don't know what you're going to find and you go home with your favorite jacket ever. Like it goes crazy.
It does go crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of the parallel between purity culture and disliking thrifting. Wow,
Yeah,
that's quite interesting.
You would find near designer things, and the only reason you don't like it
It's
is
just
'cause
because someone had it.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot. So would you say there's parallels between thrift culture and how the brain processes and reuses ideas?
Yeah, it does take quite a bit of like mental capacity to actively like see something. Think of it as, have you ever seen the Lego movie?
Yeah.
Like a master builder, that is every thrifter in a thrift store. So you see them putting pieces together, like scrapping pieces. Is like very much, it's giving fashion designer-esque, maybe a smaller scale, but yeah.
Okay, you make some of your clothes, right? Or you amend some of your clothes. What tips can you give to people who are trying to get into upcycling? Because right now it's become an uprising thing in the thrifting community. So what tips?
I would say, especially for everybody that loves baggy clothes, if your jeans are baggy, just make sure the waistline is fitted. Like when your clothes fit your body, you look so much more expensive.
Right.
Like your clothes should be made for
For
you. You're not
you.
meant to make. You're not made to fit your clothes. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Don't buy trousers that are too small. Like you need some airflow and circulation. Like
Not no skinny jeans.
no, say no to skinny
No, but
jeans.
why not? If it's fitted.
No. Why can you see the shape of my calves? Like you could see my
I was talking
why?
I was talking to Israel when we recorded his episode, and I asked him, I don't think I put it in it, but I asked him what is one of his fashion hot takes. He said skinny jeans. And I was like, don't let them come for you
That's a very hot take.
because wisdom has proved a lot of people right. He said, you're not wisdom. Don't wear skinny jeans. What are some unconventional items you found new uses for? Like one time I went on a trip and I got Starbucks and I was feeling rich. So I was like, oh, let's spend money. So I got to start like those Starbucks cups, the XL, whatever.
Yeah.
It was green and it was like, it looked so good and I got it. I think like the next day it broke. But like it didn't shatter, but like it cracked. So it can't hold liquid at all. So I just turned it into a paintbrush holder.
Hmm. I would have thought you would have said plants, a potted plant.
Ah. Oh, that would make more sense. But like
Not
in
more
its
sense.
drainage.
True too.
Okay, so what items?
I'm thinking of all. I'm trying to remember all the things that I pick up off the side of the road.
Mm.
My friends have called me either a golden retriever or a raven. Because I just be bringing things from
I
the road to just sanitize it. Make sure you
make
sanitize
sure
it.
you
And
sanitize
leave
it.
it outside if it's furniture. Like bed bugs are real, please.
Bed bugs are real.
Yeah, I found a couch on the side of the road.
Okay.
It's a really cool couch too.
Is it green?
No,
Ah.
it's white leather.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's one of those like ones that singular one that like you lean back on them. I think it's called a lazy boy.
You
Quite sick.
got a lazy boy on the side of the
I
road.
got an easel too.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah, it's a $300 easel.
On the side of the road.
Yeah,
That's
it has a
crazy.
desk.
Oh.
Value Village
Oh.
furniture. Why did I find this like sick ass? Is this box? This music box?
Mm-hmm.
It has CD. It has radio. It has aux, and it has a record player. It was $15
Shut up.
on my life.
You know, I've been scouring Valley Village for the past, I think, 2 years to find a record player in Sudbury. But I think my problem is looking for record players in Sudbury.
Try Facebook Market too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I have
Yes.
a very unhealthy obsession with Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
They banned my account.
Okay, so now
You know, you start too many
they
conversations
banned
and
your
they start to
account.
think you're a
Zam,
bot.
They banned your Facebook
Because I'm always like, I'm
Marketplace.
pressing, yes, I'm interested, yes, I'm interested.
Why?
Because I'm interested. It doesn't mean I'm going to follow up, but I'm
But you're
interested.
just interested in you are interested in every single thing.
I take that as like saving things to my board.
Oh, but
Because I just go through the messages and see what I actually want.
but it's not
The
okay.
strategy.
Okay, see how we're talking about all of these things, buying all of these things. Is there a thrifter to over consumer pipeline? Because I've heard some. Okay, when I say I've heard, I mean I've watched TikToks of people talking about over consumerism. Yes, we all know what that is. But like I was like, if you're always going to the thrift store every day because it's cheap and you're always buying things that you don't need, is that being over consumerist?
I feel like there are phases for everything. Like there are seasons in your life, of course. So like there are going to be times you're acquiring a lot of things, you're trying different things. Every 3 months I empty out my wardrobe. I did it
Oh,
a week ago and I give the clothes back or I give them to my friends. So like things like this is what makes it less about over consumerism and actually sustainability. Because it's not sustainable to just keep acquiring. So as you
right,
acquire, make sure you give out too.
right, right, right. I agree. Do you think cognitive science offers insight into why people are drawn to unique secondhand vintage items?
Yeah, I feel like cognitive. the thing I love about cognitive science is that it offers insights into literally everything.
Mm.
So I do think there is some like association with like the dopamine receptors and like feeling drawn to things, and like
Right.
there's this rush you get and it's like, oh, I must have this, and it's like, yeah, especially if something just calls to you in a certain way, like you just feel you like it at the end of the day.
Right.
So
You know how AI is literally in everything?
yeah,
Everything.
unfortunately.
Like everything. Like it's making playlists on Spotify.
Some stupid playlist too. Please,
Stupid play.
why is Drake in Afrobeats? Who told you Drake is barely? No, let me not
Why
say
is
that.
Sir in Afrobeats? What's going on? Why is Tyler in Afrobeats? I'm so confused.
Girl, please.
I'm so confused. But yeah, AI is in everything. Do you think AI, especially with the rate at which it's developing, can revolutionize the way we thrift or upcycle?
The, Once again, relating it back to cognitive science, because
Right.
like AI is a part of my degree.
Right.
The thing is that AI is always going to be beneficial to us, and like especially because it's modeled after the human brain, like so it is going to be beneficial regardless. But we also need to think of the downsides of it, and like regards to like global warming and how it's actually bad for our environment, and the water consumption at these server sites. It's
Right. I
getting
just learned
insane.
about that.
It's actually quite crazy. So as much as like it has a lot of upsides, and I do think it's going to revolutionize a lot of things, we also need to actively look at the big picture. I mean, what's the point of revolutionizing something that is going to be the death of us? So some food for thought.
Some food for thought.
Yeah.
How does the concept of reimagining and upcycling in thrift culture relate to creativity in other disciplines?
I feel like art, as much as like there's so many artists, a lot of people even don't want to admit this to themselves, but a lot of artists copy things. Like I think, for example, I don't draw from memory, and I'm really big. If you give me a picture, I can recreate it for you exactly in my style, right? That's what I can do. I don't draw from my head. If you tell me to, I am going to flop and I'm going to disappoint you and myself. But that's different. That's a different story. And I think
No, I relate. I relate.
relate.
I do.
Such is my life. But I think that it just makes me realize how much I appreciate the concept of upcycling and thrifting, because it's something I've always done. Like I've always looked at pictures and upcycled them into what I want them to look like.
Right.
So it's the same thing with my clothes, and it's the same thing with every part of my life and how I present myself. Even like literally every part of my identity has that. It's very much an underlying theme for me. So I feel that thrifting and upcycling, like the mindset in and of itself, it just opens you to life personally.
So you'd say with that train, you'd say that if you want to get into thrifting, like if you actually want to become sustainable in your everyday practices, it's good to embed it in different parts of your life.
Thrifting is a mindset, like it's a lifestyle. It's something that like you have to be open to life to do it, because like you can't be a closed off person thinking that like you'll find meaning in things, or thinking you'll find joy in other things. You actively need to like open yourself up to things, and it's very much an active process.
I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. A game. I said we're gonna play a game. Okay. It's called style psychology. I'm gonna name items and you're gonna tell us the person's personality.
The person's personality.
Yeah, from the items you've thrifted.
Okay.
Okay. Say somebody went to the store and thrifted Missy Elliott tapes. What kind of person would you say that person is?
I'm leaning towards chaotic, but to each their own. I fuck with it,
You know, I
tapes.
ask my followers this question, so they're gonna hear you here say chaotic.
Sorry, guys.
No, but continue. No, this is psychology. So proceed. So chaotic, just chaotic.
Yeah, because like Missy Elliott.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I have it on Spotify, but on tape.
Tapes. Yeah. like physical records,
I feel like if
physical
it was like
media.
Lauren Hill, like the most like iconic albums that I would have on tape.
Mm-hmm.
But like
No, Missy Elliott.
not like Missy Elliott isn't iconic, but there's
Mm-hmm.
more songs I would have on my Spotify.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like invest in a tape
Right.
for it.
Okay, what if somebody went to the store and got a pair of cowboy boots with like embedded like design with like thread and shit all over it? What would you say that type of person is?
I would say that person is so me because I did that.
So that person is you.
Real recognize real.
We recognize you. Okay,
Yeah.
last one. What if somebody went to the store and got thigh-high boots, heels, black? What type of person would you say that person is?
My type of person. Please hit my line. Text me. Whatever you want to do. That's amazing.
We've come to the end of episode 3 of Thrifted Life. Thank you so much for joining me, Zam. I
That's my
really,
pleasure.
really, really appreciate it.